Yo, yo. I can't get this fucking thing to do anything cool. It's kind of a weird angle. Alright. I'm supposed to start early to see that it's working because my friend Alex. Now I'm on Facebook Live. Starting live video. Actually, do me a favor, and in one of those guitar cases is a capo. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jerry Joseph. And we're going live from the Panther, which is Dex and Jenny's studio. Because they have a really beautiful backyard, we can maintain social distancing. Hey, Jani, let them know how far away you are. 25 feet. But one of the things about living in Portland, Oregon is, which is really nothing to whine about, but it rains a lot. So a lot of us have been cooped up with our kids, and or my kids have been cooped up with me. And so now the sun's out, and plague be damned, everybody's going outside. But trying to maintain to be the first thing of the happy book. And what I'm going to try to do is, whenever I feel like it, I'm going to play songs. I could talk about songs. I could answer questions a la Nick Cave, though I'm not nearly as smart as he is. Recipes or whatever the hell you feel like doing. The only bummer is I can't be super interactive because if I take my glasses off, I can't see the thing. I can't see the questions. But my friend Carol had this beautiful guitar strap made in Guatemala. The information for that is on my phone, which I can't use now. So if you go to Facebook, I will put the information for this awesome guitar strap. See how awesome it is? It's beautiful. Let's try a song. And thanks for tuning in. Hi, Judah. Hi, Anjali. Wouldn't say man, stay online. Wouldn't say man, stay online. Whoa, betray mine. We're back on K-line, yeah. I feel fine. Eyes on the red, don't you red. Eyes on the red, don't you red. On the red. You keep your eye on a K-line, yeah. And I feel fine. Well, it seems that words don't mean too much. You're an actor, taste and smell and you're gonna ride your train today in your way, in your time, in your beautiful time, yeah. You keep your round K-line well. Keep your round K-line. And I feel fine here. All right. I don't know why. Thank you so much. I'm getting thumbs up that the feeds are working, and now the sun's coming in, so I'm doing this weird half my face in the sun. Before I do anything else, my friend Tom has been sending me psalms and Bible quotes and stuff almost daily, and whether you're Christian or not, I think that they're cool. This is 40. Doesn't have the numbers, but you Bible people will know. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay, and he set my feet upon a rock, making my footsteps firm. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and will trust in the Lord. Thank you, Tom. So the other reason I said that is because thematically, I was going to play some of the Easter and Passover-y. I have one Passover song. And it's a strange, it's a strange thing talking to myself in these screens. And then it's this moment, it's this moment coming where a goodly portion of the world believes in a resurrection, and in the middle of all this darkness, I find the timing to be I don't know, godlike. I just been thinking a lot about Easter and this weekend coming, and trying to imagine my grandmothers and stuff not being able to go to mass, and I think that's where we all find out that you don't really have to go anywhere to find God. This song is called Easter. I wrote this in Paris about the meanest, biggest cat that I've ever known. And the name of the cat was Easter. Here it is. I've got coffee in my coffee cup. It's instant and bitter, still obliged to perk me up. And I've got plenty of American cigarettes that kill me. But I'm not afraid to die just yet. Look over in the corner, and Easter's looking back. The aluminum Messiah, or an angry big black cat. And dawn breaks over the city. No one out there that I know 3 million strangers here. It's good to be alone. To be alone. Dawn breaks over Paris. No one out there that I know. 3 million strangers here. It's good to be alone. To be alone. And all your letters, I say I respond. My intentions are sound. It's just the timing's wrong. So I just push you back, baby, for a little while. Procrastination luckily seems to remain in style. And I think I'll go and find a graveyard, a palace or a church. I got no obligations and the exercise can hurt. And miscommunication, she's easier on me. If we keep it out of focus, we'll see what we want to see. 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 If we keep it out of focus, see what we want to see. What we want to see. We want to see, yeah. I'll see anything, baby. I see blue skies up ahead. I see the lights of the pandemic, and I see the walking dead. I see the springtime in your eyes, the resurrection in your eyes. They kiss me through the night. Was down upon the city. No one out there that I know. 3 million strangers here. It's good to be alone. And dawn breaks over Paris, and time ain't here to show. 3 million strangers here. It's good to be alone. Good to be alone. It's good to be alone. Good to be alone. It's good to be alone. Good to be alone. Good to be alone. Good to be alone. Good to be well. Why does it take so long till we get it? Why does it take so long till we get it? Why does it take so long till we get it? Why does it take so long till we get it? Why does it take so long till we get it? Why does it take so long till we get it? We caught the wrong bus, stuck back in it. And why does it take so? Hey, I got coffee in my coffee cup. It's instant and bitter, still obliged to perk me up. One thing that I've noticed when I'm doing this is I get crazy nervous, and I forget the lyrics more than I've ever forgot lyrics. So I was trying to write a. Here comes the lighting crew. Safety first, kids. Jenny, where's your mask?
Is that helping anything?
They're bringing umbrellas. See, now this is the kind of entertainment that would be really exciting. Can I just actually move this? Look.
Hi, everybody.
It's a Steve and Jenny Conley Jesus is. I think the sun's there. It's a good effort, but I think it, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, all right. Well, this is all going on. I wrote this song in, thank you. I got to pay these guys union too, like double time for Plague. I wrote this song. I was trying to write a Passover song, but I was in Virginia City, Montana, where I don't think they really celebrate Passover, but they do celebrate famous vigilantes. And there's a thing in Virginia City, 3777. You see the number all over the place. And in the wilder West days, it's still pretty wild up there. If that was on your door, it meant you had 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 77 seconds, or 3 days, 7 hours, something like that. And if you didn't leave, they would hang you. You know, that was your time to get out of town. And so I wrote this song, and it's kind of mashing up Montana and Passover. And happy Passover to all my Passover friends. My friend Ian, happy birthday Ian, was saying that Passover passed over. I don't know if that stuff ever really goes away. But chickens are out again. Used to just worry about the fox in the pen. Now there's blood in his eyes, blood on his hands, and think that it's high time we go. I wrote the devil's last command. Every boy, baby, and all of the land. Well, we're hitting the road, blood on his hands. We should all be letting it go. We're leaving nothing here but me. 3777 over the wall, sirens and trumpets, both man's call. 377 when we come for it all. They run and run and run and run, run and run and run. Yeah. But all your lovers, full knapsack, heat smoke leads through the cracks. Its eyes to the west, never look back like a dog we just ran out of time. Montana troopers and Egyptian kings who never could lose the cold bastard bring. Heat and the smoke and the grass and the ring. Time to keep it out of your mind. We're leaving nothing here but breathe. 3777, they smell fear. Putting the flame to all your old gear. 377, best we get out of here. We can run and run and run and run. Run and run and run. Hello, you know. 12 more plagues, 12 more nights. The vigilantes in Israelites and the guns of militia blow hellfire light. And this ain't the time to break bread. Words of the prophecy tend to come true. There won't be a heart left to be when we're through. They're coming for me, they're coming for you. Just like sweet Gabriel said, we're leaving nothing here but grief. 3777 over the wall, sirens and trumpets, both bands call. 377 when they come for it all and run. 3777, they smell the fear, putting the flame all your old dear. 377, best we get out of here. Run and run and run and run, run and run and run, run and run and run and run, run. Oh, baby, all right. That was called 3777. Yay, me. The other thing too, man, is out here, if I get hay fever and then I start sneezing and then everyone's like, oh shit, man, he totally got corona on camera. I was going to play another Eastery song. My apologies to my friend John Byrne because he freaking hates this song. But for some reason, it reminds me of Easter. This is called 1936 Jesus. I stole this from the author Colin McCann. I met him right around the time of his first book, The Song Dogs, and told him I was stealing it. And we'll see the fires of Wyoming. We hang coyotes from the fence. Yeah. We're headed down to the Teton Flood Museum to see where the water went. From the belly of the airplane, 20,000 loaves of bread. I thank the Lord for the doves of propaganda. Welcome the fascists to Madrid. Like a 1936 Jesus. Like a 1936 Jesus. Hello. And I got no time for crucifixions. I never know which shirt to wear. I let some other sucker handle resurrections. 'Cause this is not my cross to bear. Like a 1936 Jesus. Like a 1936 Jesus. Yeah. All at once in love with a million women in the white city. Yeah. All at once in love with a million women in the white city. Well, all at once in love with a million women in the white city. Hey, yeah, and in love with a million women in the white city, yeah. Like a 1936 Jesus, like a 1936 Jesus. See the fires of Wyoming, hang coyotes from the fence. Well, headed down to the Teton Flood Museum to see where the water went. John, you can come back now. So I was not, well, at some point with this thing, there are a lot of cover songs that someday that I would like to do. Part of the problem with that for me is that involves learning them, and I'm terrible at that. Eric Martinez in Colorado is excellent at teaching me those things, but or Stevie James Wright. And speaking of Stevie James Wright, I'm doing two things. I'm donating 25% of the money from these feeds to, personally donating that to Steve and Jani. And Corona a Corona, the fundraiser for Jani Wright, is her actually GoFundMe. Because I have the most fucking awesome fans anywhere. When we started it a couple weekends ago, we got the 20,000, the first 20,000 in like 48 hours because you guys were amazing. If I was cool, I would have a little sign, but you can go to jerryjoseph.com. You can go, yeah, I guess you would go to jerryjoseph.com to see how to donate to Jani. Smoking kills, as Jani could tell you, and she doesn't even smoke. But she's been, she had a heart attack, and then she's running on about 20% of her heart. It brings up this question in this time of everybody getting sick, and it's hard to do fundraisers for individual health problems. In about 2 weeks, everybody's going to have a health problem. But there's this thing about the partner that stays at home. And the musician goes out, as Jenny could concur. There's Jenny out there yucking it up and running around and meeting all the cool people and getting all the applause. Well, meanwhile, back at home, her husband Dex is doing chores. I don't know. Maybe there's some argument that Dex is also out there running around. So, okay, bad example. But for instance, if my wife Terry got really sick, I would be fucked. Because she makes our household work, every part of it. And I've never really seen a lot of GoFundMes that are directed to spouses and stuff, but I think it's an important thing to think about. Jani has been my friend since 1982. I met her in Garberville. And anyways, okay, there's that. Go to Jani Wright. All right, I'm going to do this song, which I was worried about it being gratuitous. But Stockholm Syndrome did this song years ago, and Louis Levine had suggested it. One of the weird things when our musical heroes die is explaining it to my kids, and this opportunity that you wish you didn't wait until the person passed away. Like the other day, talking about Bill Withers and how important he was, and playing Bill Withers music, and then. All day yesterday we were listening to John Prine, and so I thought I'd do this, and I don't usually do this kind of stuff. So this goes to my friend Danny Juke in Berlin, who really he probably got me into John Prine more than anybody else. Well, I've been thinking lately about the people I meet. Car wash in the corner and hole in the street. The way my ankles hurt, the shoes on my feet. I'm wondering if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us and we'll forgive you. And we'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. We'll whistle and go fishing up in heaven. Hey! Well, I was in the army, but I never dug a trench to bust my knuckles on a monkey wrench. Then I go to town and drink and give the girls a pinch, but I don't think that they ever even notice me. Oh, baby, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forget you, and we'll forget each other till we both turn blue. Whistle and go fishing up in heaven. Fish and whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never have to do this again. Well, on my very first job, I said thank you and please, and made me scrub a parking lot down on my knees. And then I got fired for being scared of bees, and they only give me 50 cents an hour. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us and we'll forget you. And what if you did other till we both turn blue and we whistle and go fishing up in heaven? Fish and whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never have to do this again. Well, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us and we'll forgive you. And we'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. And we'll whistle and go fishing up in heaven. We'll wishing and go fishing up in heaven. Yeah, we'll whistle and go fishing up in heaven. God bless John Prine. It's a great song. All right. Well, I can take the notes away now. What? Oh yeah. I'm supposed to remind you that I have PayPal and Venmo. It's Gerald Joseph. I think it's at Gerald Joseph for PayPal and Gerald Joseph Venmo. I have no fucking idea. It should be there somewhere, and then somewhere this could also get you the links to Jani. I want to play two songs for my friend Adrian, who lost his mother, and I was thinking about it a lot. I remember my grandmother was this Lebanese. The woman would wake at 4 a.m. and cook for 25 people, and she was pretty much blind, but she keep rosary beads in her hand. And I was the cousin she could notice because I was the only one with blonde hair. Now, that was quite a long time ago if you think about the idea that I had hair, but I had blonde hair. And she died on Easter Sunday. And I think there's this whole thing about, well, it's like I was telling Adrian, when my father died and the priest said, Jim Joseph was a gift. He was a gift to you. And he's looking at the congregation. He goes, and what do you do when you receive a gift? You say thank you. And so I just want to tell Adrian he was lucky to have such a beautiful mom. Must I always say alright? When you said I lie, you're right. We'll probably never talk again. And why must I always go get fixed? You teach your other dog a trick. 'Cause I'm not up for this today. No way right now. Well, it's been nice to know ya. So say goodbye, Fiona. How you know? And why most apparitions like you show me a glimmer, then you go. Oh, baby, I think I hear my plane. And why should I even begin to care about boys that vanish in the air? I'm on the runway, looking lost without a care. Well, it's been nice to know ya. So say goodbye, Fiona. I know, Mary Lou. Why? So I even begin to care. My angels all just disappear. I'm on the runway, looking lost again. All right. I don't know if I played that song on acoustic guitar before. How am I doing on 4:35? What time did I start? At 4. I'm gonna do this one more kind of sad song. And this is also for Adrian. When my dad died, I grew up in La Jolla, so everything was happening down in San Diego, and then my brother has his house down in Mexico, where I write a lot of songs, and I drove down in the middle of all the grief. I drove down to Mexico for a while, and I wrote a bunch of songs that primarily became the songs for the book Happy Book, or for the record Happy Book. And this was one of them that I wrote for my dad. He died at LAX. One of the most well-traveled humans that I know, and he was from East LA. And literally, I don't know if I know him person, but was better traveled. And he was with my mom, and he got sick in Africa, and then sicker in Syria. Flew back. It was ebulism, and they didn't know that. And then plane lands, and in first class British Airways next to my mom. Welcome to Los Angeles. He stands up to get his bag, and he sits back down and dies. And which was beautiful in a lot of ways. He was working. He was at the top of his game. He was sitting next to my mom. They'd been married for 50 years, and it was called LAX. Satellite signal, say you're taking an earlier flight. Damascus to Heathrow via the city of light. To the city of angels. So we ran down to kiss you goodbye, but they're closing the gates. Like warfare and drugs and young lovers, no one wants to wait. Departures here in LAX. Baggage and packages, burdens you're leaving behind. Well, if you can't take it with you, then why in the world should they mind? Departures, not looking for anything better. This is all that there is. They're all composing last letters. I wear a shirt that is his. Departures, departures here in LAX. There's a shooting star. There's a satellite. Orion and Pleiades. I'm down here on my knees. Look for the message carved into the light. There's the mission bell. There's the telephone. Hand claps and marching bands come from the Holy Land. Someone to tell us that we're not alone here in LAX. Hey, no. Here in LAX. Come in. She looks bewildered and angry and lonely and scared. And he's drunk and raging. He splinters the cross that he bears. Departures like the last day of Indian summer. Winter slips through the cracks. You're feeling the chill, but there isn't a door to get back. A city of angels, angels here in LAX. Ah, baby. There's a shooting star. There's a satellite. Orion and Pleiades. I'm down here on my knees. Look for the message carved into the light. And there's the mission bell. There's the telephone. Hand claps and marching bands, drums from the Holy Land. Someone to tell us that we're not alone in it. There's my baby boy. There's the God of love. There's the God I fear. Destined, random, loved or abandoned. But sometimes I swear I can feel you right here. Are you ready? Nobody's ready. Ready all night. Ready all night. Ready all night, baby. Ready all night. Are you ready? Nobody's ready. Ready all night. Ready all night. Ready all night, baby. Ready all night here in LAX. Here in LAX. God bless your mom, Adrian. All right. That's a sad song. I am pushing a record, which is a weird thing to do right now. The record is slated to come out in the UK and Europe in August. Nobody has any fucking idea what's going to be happening in August. Here in Oregon, it's been kind of weird because we're so close to Washington and California, and to not jinx it, but we've had a very, well, put it this way, everybody else is really suffering. And here, I mean, we've had some deaths and there's some stuff that's sort of scary, but we've been pretty blessed, and it should be acknowledged that I don't know. It seems like the sun comes out and the end of the world seems far away, and then you turn on the news and maybe not so much, but I think it's a weird thing that this is now the vehicle for getting out music. I know for me, I need the visceral humanity thing. I need to feel your energy and your love or your hate or smell your sweat or whatever it is. You're standing on stage, it's like a thing. And this is different. I mean, you know, Dex could fill all of that for me, but what? I can't. Dex got a new cologne for Easter. I'm going to smell it like, what is that stuff called, Jenny? The new cologne that Dex is wearing.
Called Resurrection.
Resurrection?
For men. Yeah.
Resurrection for men?
Yeah.
Polo?
Yeah.
Polo Resurrection?
Like the Car Noir.
Someday, as this comes more together. So the idea for Happy Book is, like I said, maybe take questions like Nick Cave, and not as smart. I could talk about songs. I know some people really hate me talking. I could talk about any subject because I never shut the fuck up. And at some point, we wanted to be able to do this in the studio. The idea originally was more like a talk show. Like I'd love to interview people, and I would love to beam over to somebody else's house so that they could play a song. Like, wouldn't it be great if I could go, Casey Neal, and he was playing? I think we might be able to do that with Zoom somehow in the future. But anyways, that was the idea. I know that it's a lot easier to do this when you have somebody around. Also, I want to say thanks to Alex Mora. Alex is down in the Bay Area with his young family, and he really busted his ass to help me try to do this and get the tech and everything. So, all right, what was I going to do? I totally forgot what I was going to do. I'm going to play Days of Heaven. I know I play that song a lot. It's because I like the song. I think we were talking about this being the first single from this new record, which is going to be titled A La Patterson Hood, The Beautiful Madness of Jerry Joseph. Can you feel me? Not that crazy. Am I really Patterson? And this song was another song that I wrote at my brother's place in Mexico. I tell this story all the time, that there was an inter-scene cartel war going on at the time. People were coming, they were robbing these houses. They were coming up from the cliffs that my brother's house hangs over, coming through the back door and killing everybody in the house. So my brother, who's actually the bravest motherfucker I know, but he can worry, and he made this point that I had to have the gun out on the table by the laptop like this. It would be weird, right? Like if I had a gun, and just in case they came through the door. So I wrote all these songs with a loaded 44 on the table, and I had to change it to 45 for the sake of the song. Does it have it? We're back down on this porch, singing to myself. With my brother's 45. And I'm putting down the torch, surrender to the swell. And I'm ready for the dive. These are the days of heaven. Picture on a screen, we hold each other close. Perfect in this place. And of all things I've seen, I love this thing the most. Amazing in its praise. Yeah. These are the days. These are the days. Now, the days of heaven. Yeah. And the wind blows the fire across us like a prairie. Locusts gnaw and the wolves will howl as I feel your heat beneath me. Where fist and claw, the blood you draw as you make my blood your own. Cinematic as we cross the plains of skin and bone. Nothing left but skin and bone. A clutch of blood-kin cords. The rains of El Susal We balance on the wire. Yeah. And high above the roar, we're not afraid to fall. Come on, baby. Can we get it any higher? Yeah. You asked me what I'd say to tell you something true. A gospel spreading rhyme. 'Cause in these heaven days, it's only about you, baby. Yeah. And it has been all the time. Yeah. These are the days. These are the days. Yeah. The days of heaven. Well, heaven. The days of heaven. Yeah. Heaven. The days of heaven. Yeah. Heaven. Heaven. That's Days of Heaven from the beautiful Madness of Me. We played an hour? Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Well, I think an hour is a good time for this. If you like this, let me know. And, you can private message me if you have input. Not really sure how. Theoretically, it should all be scripted a little bit more. All day today was Alex trying to walk me through the tech. I'm a total fucking moron for that stuff. Yeah, you can tell me what you think. Should it be 20-minute shows? Should they be 90-minute shows? I don't know what the right thing is. But I'm gonna play one or two more. Stare into the spinning lights, keeps the wolves away. Just be back in your box by the end of the night. Small price to pay. Blood of the children and blood of the lamb will not quench your thirst today. I can see by your stares you don't know who I am. We're headed the same way. 'Cause I got $17 and you've got body parts to sell. If we pull together, baby, well, in time we'll both get well. It will both be well. Sun scurries off over Suffolk and Houston. We're looking for something to steal. I can tell you've grown comfortable living without your dignity or meals. 'Cause you got the map in your pocket. I got a hold of your hair. You got the keys to the rocket. Swear to God, you take me there, and now I'm gonna see you ride. Hallelujah trail. Well, I'll be by your side on a hallelujah trail. I know, baby. Stare at 3 pictures of fishes. South shore of the Long Island Sound. Hands in your pockets, fresh out of wishes. Easier to float than drown. You always intended to go by the book. You keep your demons and spikes to yourself. But the next friend that throws you that pitiful look, you would gladly blow straight to hell. Right, baby, piss in a bottle of bleach. Ain't for the blood on your clothes. But taste of redemption might be in reach. Stretch out your fingers and stand on your toes. And I'm gonna see you ride on a hallelujah trail. I'll be by your side on a hallelujah trail. Search for the Ark of the Covenant. Search for the Holy Grail. Your offering head, your seat next to Jesus for a taste. The hallelujah trail. Glory, glory, baby. Hallelujah, man. Heaven, man. I got a lot of love for you. I got a gun to your head. I got a mission to ride with you, child. Slumped over the saddle or staring straight ahead. Oh, baby, you got the keys to the rocket. I got a hold of your hair. If you had a soul, I would hide it. And I swear to God that you take me there. Mama, I'm gonna see you ride on a hallelujah trail, yeah. And I'll be by your side on a hallelujah trail. And I see your name in lights on a hallelujah trail. I'll be by your side on a hallelujah trail. Hallelujah trail. Hallelujah trail. All right. I'm gonna finish with this song, and thanks everybody tuning in. You know, the other thing I never know, like sometimes people are so generous with these PayPals and all that stuff, and I don't individually send a thank you note, which I have a feeling Casey Neal would do that. He would get them personally, and I've sort of dropped the ball, but I need you to know how much I appreciate it and how nice it is that you joined us here on this proper social distancing in the backyard of Dex and Jenny. Thanks, guys, for letting me come over to your yard and bring the plague. And if you like this, we can do it more. This is Jerry Joseph's Happy Book. But I'm not playing the Happy Book song. I'm going to play this. Well, everybody's coming along. Wisconsin day trip. Out of the cold. Back on your feet. Well, everybody's singing along. A baptismal fire. We're all getting old, feeling the heat. Could it be a carnival ride? Circle of death, passing a cup, all you believe. And little little child just died, a Wisconsin death trip. Never give up, just get up off your knees. When the small hand hits fire, sirens will sound. We all clap, we're alive. It rings through the town. See the light in our eyes as we gather around. Wisconsin death trip tonight. Could have been something you said. Sharkland Aquarium, a tear in a smirk. We all had to laugh. And I've been trying to get it out of my head. A Wisconsin death trip. Shadows will lurk, blocking our path. When the small hand hits fire, sirens will sound. We all clap, we're alive. It rings through the town. See the light in our eyes. Gather around on Wisconsin death trip tonight. Hey! Yeah, baby. Could've used a little more time. Trees a mystery. Oh, now I'm bored. Out of the dark. And everybody's gonna be fine on a Wisconsin day trip. Thanking the Lord. They're squeezing out sparks. In our hearts, we will know what it's never about, and our voices will grow from a whisper to shout, and our God, He will know we're working it out on a Wisconsin death trip. When the small hand hits fire, sirens will sound. We all clap, we're alive as it rings through the town. See the light in our eyes as we gather around. Yeah, baby. Wisconsin death trip. In our hearts, we will know what it's never about, and our voices will grow from a whisper to shout, and our God, He will know we're working it out on a Wisconsin death trip tonight. Thanks again for listening. We're working it out. Love you. God loves you, everybody. Hopefully get some things that I know for me and Terry, it's just a remarkable opportunity to have our children. Provided that we don't kill the children. It's this amazing thing that would have never happened in a million years, being home with our kids for all of spring. I know, like everybody else, there's a lot of people that I've talked to on the phone. I haven't, in days of texting and emails, it seems like hearing people's voices seems to be important. Thinking about art more, thinking about cooking more, thinking about love more. So really, love you. God loves you. Take care. Working it out on a Wisconsin day trip, and I know, you know, God knows we're working it out on a Wisconsin day trip tonight. And everybody's gonna be fine. God bless. See you later. I don't know how to turn anything off. Maybe I'm not gonna go anywhere.